with Colby Covington. So Dana White said at the post-fight press conference, that Colby deserves pound-for-pound consideration, and that's probably overdue. And I would submit to you that he has wins over 3 former UFC champions, Tyron Woodley, Rafael dos Anjos, and Robbie Lawler. Granted, when he fought Tyron Woodley, maybe you could argue that he was a shell of himself, but that is neither here nor there. He fought a prime RDA for a belt and won a belt, right? But listen to this, Flo. These are the guys in the welterweight top 15 that Colby Covington has not faced. And it's basically fucking all of them, right? Because obviously Lawler, Woodley, and RDA, just to name a few, are no longer there. Kamaru Usman's the champion, right? But other than Masvidal, bro, he hasn't fought any of these guys. Now, he's calling out Dustin Poirier. I don't think Poirier is going to have an appetite for that fight. But listen to all these fucking names that Colby has not fought in the welterweight top 10. And as I'm going through the list, top 15, think about some of these matchups and how stylistically not that easy some of them would be. Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, Vicente Luque, Bilal Muhammad. You think he's controlling Bilal on the ground like this? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Neil Magny, Sean Brady, Michael Chiesa, Khamzat Chimaev, and then it goes on from there. Jeff Neal, Li Jingliang, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Shavkat Rakhmonov. Like, there are so many compelling matchups for Colby Covington at 170 pounds. I mean, I've been saying for 2 years, my dream fight in any division is Covington versus Khamzat Chimaev, but a Covington Burns fight, I think, is compelling / competitive. Bilal Muhammad, of course, Luque. I mean, right? Like, I understand we're putting Colby Covington on a pedestal that I think he belongs on, but correct me if I'm wrong. Those aren't cupcake fights, any of those, really.
I agree with you, and I think a lot of it has to do with, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the brilliance of Colby Covington to skip over a lot of those guys because, he really has been like a sniper. And again, this is the value of knowing who you want to fight and maximizing the use of the microphone, right? And I know that for guys who are, strictly focused on, I'm going to fight and I'm going to train, that's my main thing. That's fine, but don't complain about not making a whole lot of money in this game. Colby always has an agenda. He knew exactly who he wanted to call out now. And that's why he skipped over all these guys, because he's been calling out these guys in every interview that he gets. He calls out whoever's at the top of the food chain. Why would I go through these guys if I can skip the line and go right to the top of the food chain? And he's doing that with his mic skills. You hate him or love him, whatever it is. It's been a brilliant approach for him. But I do agree. The other good side of it is that there are a ton of fights that the UFC can make with Colby Covington here. Especially maybe those guys that are out of ATT. You can keep kind of pushing that rivalry.
Yeah, right.
You have the good guy, the perfect boy, Wonder Boy out there that you can make a fight with. Gilbert Burns. I mean, whatever it is, Colby's going to find a way to create, some kind of rivalry with all those guys. So I'm interested to see how he approaches his next few fights.
I mean, certainly he's not fighting Sean Brady, nor Michael Chiesa, nor Jeff Neal, and I say that with all due respect, right? Yep. But if Leon Edwards is going to get the next championship opportunity, a month from now, Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev are going to settle their business, and then I think the winner or the loser, I think, could make sense for Covington. Certainly the winner, but again, he ain't fucking calling out Khamzat Chimaev, right?
No.
Right.
No. I mean, again, based on what I've seen and his pedigree and all that stuff, and there's been some great video on Khamzat recently with Darren Till, and they've been, promoting him a lot more, which I think is really smart. This is a guy that can wrestle, man. I don't think there's a better wrestler in that division. So why would you ever face a guy who does things better than you do? Like, I think he's got better submissions than Colby, and I think he's got better wrestling than Colby. He's fucking bigger than Colby, that's for sure. So, I mean, that's a nightmare matchup for anybody in that division. And again, he's not even, ranked in the top 5. So like,
right. He's number 11, but that could change. Gilbert Burns figures to have a whole lot to say about that. But I mean, Jorge Masvidal hasn't been submitted since that Toby Imada reverse inverted triangle choke or whatever you guys like to call it. I was there, but I don't know the technical term for it. But you don't think Khamzat Chimaev physically, if the fight plays out last night over 25 minutes, finds a way to crank that neck fully or to get underneath the fucking chin? With all due respect, he tosses Alir Latifi on his head in training, and Colby Covington could make 60. So I don't know, man. I don't know.